Hello everyone, welcome in my channel ATP Biology classes. Today I am going to discuss upon the topic structure of anther. It is a topic of chapter 1, class 12th biology. So let's get started. When we want to study the structure of anther, we must know the location of anther. Anther is a part of stamen and stamen is a part of androecium. Androecium is a male reproductive word in the flower. So, stamen is an individual of androecium and it has two parts. One is anther. This one is an anther and this one is a filament. So, let us get start with the structures of anther. We will study its detailed structure by taking the transverse section. This is the tiers of anther. In this, we will see that there are various layers: epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, and tapetum. So these are the various layers in the mature anther. Apart from these layers, there is a connective present in between. So we will study them all in detail. But before going to see these wall layers, let us understand where from these layers are arising. Actually, the complete immature anther is having the parenchymatous tissues, and these parenchymatous tissues, they are surrounded by the epidermis. When this what can say heterogeneity or the differentiation arises in the anther, the cells, parenchymatous cells, they are converting into the archisporial cells. This transformation is happening because of differentiation. These archisporial cells, they are again dividing into two types of cells. The inner one is a sporogenous cell and outer one is a primary parietal cell. So these sporogenous cells responsible for the formation of sporogenous tissue here. And from this each cell of this sporogenous tissue, they are going to give rise to microspore tetrad. That is nothing but the pollen grains. So pollen grain will present here. Then actually the wall layers, the four wall layers are there. As I named them just now, epidermis, endothecium, middle layer and tapetum, they are arising from the another type of cell, that is outer cell arise from the archisporial cell. They are primary parietal cell. So this primary parietal cell, they are going to give rise these all four types of cell layers. So outermost is the epidermis. Epidermis is the protective layer and made up of the flattened tabular cells. Blue color cells here you can see, they are tabular and flattened one. Next to that is the endothecium layer, which is below the epidermis, and they are made up of radially elongated cells with a fibrous thickening. Next to that is the middle layer. Middle layer is made up of 1 to 2 layers of the thin wall cells, and this middle layer degenerates in the mature anther. Even the tapetum, the innermost one, that also degenerates. So let us see what tapetum is, the innermost layer. This is nutritive layer which provide nutrition and water to the growing microspore tetrad. Now what is this connective is? Connective is a tissue where there is a filament remain attached. And this TS we are seeing here is the anther which is bilobed. One lobe is here, another lobe is here. So this type of bilobed anther is called as diathecous anther, having the two lobes. And inside these two lobes, there are 4 pollen sacs. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 pollen sacs. In some plants, in some species, there are monothecous anther also can be found out. So here is a monothecous anther where there is only one lobe is present. And inside this one lobe, there are two pollen sac. One is here and another one is here. So now, what happens when the anther get mature? When anther get mature, the dehiscence takes place. Dehiscence means the mature anther bursts out and pollen grain releases out for the purpose of pollination. What happens that the mature anther, the tapetum, its role is finished, so that degenerates first. Next to that, middle layer also degenerates, its role also over in the mature anther. And the endothecium, there in the endothecium, tension creates, a pulling force creates because of the loss of water. This endothecium is here. Endothecium is here, no? So here there is tension creates, and it is actually the anther daisies in the dry season. So loss of water takes place and tension creates, that is pulling force creates in the endothecium, and here are the sterile tissues present. Sterile tissues are present between the two pollen sacs. These sterile tissues, they ruptures and the single lobe. Now what happens, these two pollen sac, they merges together, this side also, and it look like a monothecous anther now. And actually it is a diathecous, but look like monothecous because there is a bursting takes place, or the rupturing of this sterile tissue takes place, and these two pollen sacs merges, and automatically all the pollen grain releases out. So this was all about our video lecture. If you like it, click the like button and share and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.